We're back.
We're back.
Hello, Katie Jensen. We're back.
We are. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels so good. We are in a new setting. New studio.
How y'all like it?
How do you like the new digs? Shout out to the producer, Lindsay. She does it all.
out.
She does it all. So we're back.
We are.
Let's blame it on the TikTok ban.
Honestly.
Because what was that?
It lasted a whole of, 5 minutes, and it still was way too long.
But what did you do during the ban?
Listen, I kept rechecking the app constantly.
Yeah.
When I first checked it the first time, I thought it was going to work, and I was like, and it still was off. And I'm like, why are they trying to hold us back right now?
Yeah.
This is our time.
They took it away, and it was like a slow dagger twist because first comments didn't work, and then it wouldn't refresh, and then you got the pop-up. Some people deleted the app and they regretted it because they couldn't re-download it.
Really?
Yeah, you still can't download it on Apple Store.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. Like,
that's tragic.
You see fiends, like everyone turns into a TikTok fiend. I thought I was a TikTok fiend. I'm like, am I? Like, is this a problem? Because I was struggling.
Yeah.
I'm so bored. I really tried with Instagram Reels. I went over to YouTube Shorts.
Oh.
Neither brought me joy. So I take TikTok for granted.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's back.
For now. We'll see.
Let's just hope.
Let's just hope.
Good.
Let's hope for good. Yeah. So, speaking of TikTok, not having TikTok made me reminisce on everything that I missed on TikTok. And then I was talking to Lindsay, I'm like, our feeds, our For You pages are so different because your For You page is a curation of your interests, right? And so it's so interesting how everyone's For You pages are different.
What's on yours?
Okay, so one, it wasn't on my bingo card 20 years ago that I would really, really like Spencer Pratt. I'm a huge fan. I think he's a stand-up guy, and I like him a lot. Have you been watching him?
I have been seeing everything that he's been posting, and I really changed my mind completely.
I started
about how I felt for him.
I started following him a few years ago when he was in Snapchat, and he would do the hummingbird things.
Yes.
And then he got over to TikTok, and he was very entertaining. And then now he's just blowing up on TikTok because people realize how great he is.
Yeah.
So, stand-up guy.
That is good.
So unfortunate about the California fires. So many people just are disrupted, lost their homes. It's so tragic. Our hearts are out to those families. Natural disasters are a mother.
Ain't right.
But what has been going on? It's the start of the year. We took a little break. Now it's game time, bitches.
It is. I got one word for us. For this episode, for this setup. Legendary.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You know what? Hell yeah.
That's just...
You know what? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We need a picture of us in high school on the wall back there.
It's going to be on the to-do list.
Get that from the archives. We got a few of them.
Absolutely.
Fun fact, in high school, Jensen and I used to videotape ourselves like we were on the real world. We were obsessed with... IRL vlogs. We did IRL vlogs before they were a thing. Now they're all popular on YouTube and Twitch, but we did that 20 years ago.
And before basketball games.
Yeah.
We weren't worried about the basketball game.
Right. With big cameras. We had big cameras and we would videotape our lives.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could find those files, that would
Honestly,
be amazing.
That would be. They got to be somewhere. Whose computer they're sitting on behind LimeWire feeds, and just knew that this was gonna happen.
Yeah, we were destined. We loved.
Absolutely.
I think it's media. We should have studied media in college.
Honestly,
I think that would have been suited us.
But it's all right. This was our timeline.
It's our time. So I caught up on the 3rd episode of Traitors today.
Yes.
Traitors. It is so good.
Oh, love it.
We should recap the 3 episodes to date.
Okay.
So first of all, the cast.
Wonderful cast.
Okay, the cast is good. Let's talk about a few. Rob, He's the, everyone is like, he's the legend. I never watched the Survivor.
I was never a Survivor fan.
Me
I
neither.
Never saw it. Couldn't care for it a little bit, but
yeah, I just knew like in that episode where they're like, you can decide if he stays or not. They're not flying him out there and sending him home. So like, you had to know he was gonna stay.
Yeah.
What I didn't like, so I love that Derek. I'm a Big Brother fan. I love Derek, and then Wes, of course,
Legend.
When they were in the tree in the thing, and people had to put the like what was it? The coins to save them, and like everyone was like standing Rob and Derek, and I'm like, you guys, Wes is like a legend in this type of stuff, and like they needed to put some respect in his name because like nobody knew, and I'm like so confused. I'm like, Wes does this, and he's been doing it for like 20 years,
a legit mastermind,
and he's great at it. So I was surprised. I was a little bit like, oh my goodness.
How long it took for them to get the coins in his slot.
The disrespect. He's such a legend. But I'm glad that he made it and they're all in the game.
Yep.
My prediction is Wes is going to run circles around everyone because I think he just has the most experience.
I honestly hope so.
Yeah.
Absolutely rooting for him. If we're talking about more Bravo-holics here.
Housewives represent.
There's what, 4?
So there is Robin, Dorinda. Oh, Dorinda. Tornado.
Yeah, literally. Ayan is there?
Yes, and Dolores.
Dolores,
it's a good. I love Dolores. She's a real one.
Absolutely.
Big fan of Dolores. But yeah, the Housewives have been making their mark on Traitors.
Yeah.
Now it's like an automatic target. You go in to the Traitors and you're from the Housewives and you have a target on your back. I think it's BS, honestly.
And I'm not understanding like why. Just because there's 4, but like how many people are on Survivor that are there? So why aren't we trying to break up that?
I know.
Like click.
Right.
Why don't people see it that way?
And what I didn't like, did you notice that Sierra said something? And we like Sierra, but you got to stick with your networks in these types of shows. You know, you have Bachelor, you have Survivors, you have Bravos. Like, why wouldn't all of Bravo stick together? Like, that's where my mind goes.
Should've.
Loyalty.
Right.
So for her to make comments about the Housewives, like, they're basically your aunties.
And they're numbers on your side if you play the game.
I know.
Like, that's what you have to think. What's going to prolong you?
But like,
further, so.
She should have been like, you guys are my aunties. You've paved the way in Bravo for me. Like, so that's an alliance.
Right.
So I did not like that from Sierra.
Right. Because
we are obviously Team Bravo.
Absolutely.
And West. Bravo plus West. Because there's no other MTV shows, are there? Is there?
I don't think there are any. No, there should be.
Rob Dyrdek maybe should go.
I mean, there just should be more people from the challenge. Like,
yeah. Well, Johnny Bananas is on last. NCT.
Yes, right.
That was legendary.
I just wish they would drop more in.
Cara Maria would be good. No,
would be.
Laurel would be so good on Traitors. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
She definitely... I can see her as a faithful and just be like furious every time that she thinks people are traitors. Like God. She'd just be so mad at all times.
She would be terrible.
So
and that would be low-key.
They'd have to make her a traitor.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to make her a faithful.
Yep.
Because that would just be good TV.
And so at the beginning, there's just 3 traitors.
Yes.
And then
Danielle.
Bob the drag queen. Which I had not known. And Carolyn. Carolyn's a liability. She's off her rocker, kind of. I don't know how everyone is able to notice. I mean, I get it. They can see Danielle's acting, or lack thereof, the too many tears. But like the crazy eyes from Carolyn every time someone does anything. She's a liability. You don't notice it? Kind of like, I don't know. It's just this instability about her that makes me uneasy. In the last episode, when she was just walking around, when they're all in the like secret cave, and she's just looking for everyone. Come on. Oh wait, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about. Is she the traitor? Yeah. Oh, I thought she was in this cage. Eventually. The cave. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. The 3 of them were together. Minus her, and she was looking around for everyone and couldn't find him.
I could have sworn they got caught. Like, that was kind of scary when they were in that room.
Yeah.
And then...
Because they kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was scary. I was very nervous.
And then
for
it
them.
was Gabby who caught them.
Gabby. I thought Gabby caught
and
them.
Gabby, you had it. But then the next morning at breakfast, she took it away just because they said one thing. And she's like, oh, I guess you're right. Like, that makes sense. No, it doesn't.
So easily influenced.
Like, come on.
She ain't gonna make it.
No.
How about Robin's bad reads?
Terrible. Oh. And she said she can tell. She can read people really well. And that's the most false statement I've ever heard.
I saw someone say something online like, oh, Robin, she's going to be good, I can tell. You know, it's obviously someone that never watched Potomac because... Yeah. But her reads are bad. She was like, oh, I think all of them that are in the coffins are all traitors.
And
no.
Right. Like,
no.
I can't.
It's hard, but...
What is a prediction of yours that's going to be happening...
Yeah.
Forward.
I know.
In this next episode. What do you think is going to happen?
Okay, so we left off with Boston Rob pulling a fast one on Bob the Dragon. Mm-hmm. I feel like, is he not Bob the Dragon?
Time out, y'all. She said dragon. Fire.
Lindsay's laughing at me. Drag queen.
Chicago.
Earlier I was saying Broccoli Rob. Oh, God. I am the worst journalist. All right. I'm a baby journalist, okay? So. Anywho, let me start over. Our producer distracted me. So it's not Bob the Dragon. Okay.
I mean, he was spitting fire at the round table, but...
Okay, so
To be fair, I thought you said Drag King, but you said Dragon.
I thought so, too, until Lindsay was like, Kiki, and I'm like, what are you kikiing at? Oh, I said Dragon. That makes sense. Okay.
We're crying.
Bob the Drag Queen. I go to a lot of drag shows, too. I should have some more respect. So we left off. I don't think we've ever seen... Have we ever seen a traitor turn on another traitor like this?
Not that I can remember, no.
I feel like it had to be done. Like, I've always thought that it was, like, it had to happen.
Right.
But then I also was, like, wondering, are they allowed to? Because I never knew, like, are you allowed to turn on another traitor?
Because I really thought the second Rob was going after Bob the Drag Queen, like, he was going to rebuttal and turn
be like, well, actually...
around. Right. Like, I thought that he was going to be really truthful.
Yeah.
But that would have blown up the game, and I don't think they're allowed to do that.
I don't think they're allowed to do that. But, like, he did it, and it was well done.
Well done.
But I honestly wouldn't have gone that hard because immediately Wes clocked it.
Yeah, it puts that target on your back because who would know you're 100% a traitor?
Like, the whole house was just straight up glazing him like, oh my God, he's legendary. Tom Sandoval is like, oh my God, that was amazing. And it's like almost obvious, like,
yeah, like, guys,
he was so confident.
Being like just starstruck by the celebrity of who he is, like,
of like a good gameplay.
Right.
Okay, at the round table, when he turned on Bob the Drag Queen, and Bob the Drag Queen was so quick to turn on him, like, Bob the Drag Queen was confident. Like, that, I would have clocked. Like, he's so confident. He's saying that Rob's the traitor. Mm-hmm. But he's never really said that before. So, like, as a spectator, I've been like, why is he so confident? Right. And they're going after each other. Like, they're both probably traitors.
Mm-hmm. Instantly. So you got to get one
like,
out.
That was a red flag.
Right, but at least you're now putting someone else on deck.
Yeah.
And then you just got to gather the votes at that point.
That was a red flag. It should have been a red flag, but, you know, at the end of the day, everyone was glazing him, and then Wes was the one that clocked it. And it's because Wes is a legend. And he does this. So, I don't know. Rob's days are numbered, I think.
I mean, I hope, to be honest. Like, I kind of hope they are.
I do, too. I'm not with it.
Because, I mean, it is one thing. It's a legendary moment to come in after, and like you said, they were going to bring him back regardless. Mm-hmm. But he's back, and now he's the last traitor, but he's calling the shots.
Yeah. And now the other two are like, dang.
Like, we
just set up, now he's safe with everybody, and now, like, we still got to fight for our lives.
Yep.
Yeah, it was...
And Carolyn is a real live... I mean, and Danielle was being looked at.
Danielle.
But Jeremy I think was the one. Wasn't Jeremy the one that was bringing that about? Like, and he's done, and that's why Danielle, they chose to put him to bed.
Yeah. I was rooting for Danielle too. Like at episode 1, I was like, I want Danielle to win. Yeah. Like she got screwed over in Big Brother twice. And I was rooting for her. I feel like Tyra Banks, like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. But she's so bad at this.
So bad. And I try to put myself in their shoes. If I was a traitor, I mean, you got to be fake the whole time. You have to act surprised that every single time someone walks in, and how hard that would be.
Yeah.
But, like, to draw tears that much?
She's doing the most.
You're not friends with all these people like that?
Yeah, she's doing the absolute most. So, what are your predictions? I think that they're going to clock Rob and Danielle. I think Rob or Danielle are next.
Yeah, I really do. They just have to gather the votes. I mean, I just don't know how. Wes has got to be the one to spearhead it. And I want Wes to pair up with Dylan, because now Dylan's in Rob's, like, back pocket.
Exactly.
So, like, that's
but I think
you got to...
Wes can put
Dylan
a doubt.
Caught it immediately with Bob the Drag Queen. He just didn't have enough people, and he played the smart move by sitting back after he spoke up.
We'll see. I am interested in find out. Yeah. I hope they do good. I hope Derek has a breakout season.
Yeah,
I don't
Derek
know.
Too.
So
I would love for Derek and Wes to team.
Me too.
Up.
My top 3 that I want to make it to the end, I would say, are Wes, Derek, and I gotta say Dolores.
Okay.
Because she's a real one. And you know Dolores is a real one every time one of the housewives like gets eliminated and and their pictures are broken.
Picks it up right away.
Oh my God.
Yep, that's so true.
She's such a real one.
And mine would be Wes, Derek, but then I still have love for Sierra. I just love anybody from Summer House. You're coming in, unless you're Danielle. No offense.
Never Danielle. All right, I think that's it. Let's stay tuned on Traitors. We are going to come back and report back.
Absolutely.
We're going to start doing these episodes more often.
Yep.
Now that we have a new digs, new setup.
New year, new digs.
New year, new digs. And we have to see what happens in your dating life.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Real.